Did you?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that. Because first of
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be about the video that Gabbie Hanna posted, basically addressing all of the scandals that she hadn't addressed in the past like 6 months, it feels like. She addressed a lot in this video, and quite frankly, just before you like dive into this video and think that it's going to be one thing when it's not going to be that, I'm not necessarily going to address every single point that she made in that 43-minute video, just because, quite frankly, I was like writing down notes while watching the video, and I realized I don't want to talk about everything in this video because I don't think that it's relevant anymore. And I'll get into why that is and my whole reasoning behind that. But yeah, I'm going to more talk about big points that I feel like I got from the video that, I don't know, just stood out to me. So yeah, that's really what this video is going to be about. Of course, I'm going to talk about what she said in the video, but I'm more so going to just hit on bigger points and also talk about the responses of people that she mentioned in that video. So yeah, before I get into everything, please go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and also go ahead and turn on post notifications so that you know the next time that I post, because again, I post pretty sporadically except for every Friday when I post my drama roundups, which I posted yesterday if you want to go ahead and check that video out. So yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the video. Alright, so Gabbie Hanna, I'm sorry, but it's just so funny how, okay, so Gabbie was addressing a lot of drama, right? So she was addressing drama that she had with different people. And why did Gabbie put Jessie Smiles, Trisha Paytas, Alex James, and Beyonce? Baby, Beyonce? Really? I'm sorry, but when I saw that, I was like, sis, are you delusional? That's what made me, like, initially when I first saw the title of this video and I said, wait, does that say Beyonce? Like, Beyonce? Are you kidding me? Did she really put, like, she could have put past tweets or something, because the Beyonce tweet wasn't the only tweet that people were mad at her about, like, sorry. But it was just so funny. Okay, I'm done talking about the Beyonce part. It was just so funny to me. Okay, anyways. So, if you're going to watch this video, you have to know about all of the drama, because if you just watch this video without knowing about the drama that people had presented in past videos that were like months ago, then you would have zero context and you would go in just believing everything that Gabbie says. Now, do I think that she told the truth in a lot of the video? I actually do believe her, just because she did provide a lot of evidence for what she was saying. However, I noticed her wording was very particular. She was very particular about her word choice, which I found extremely interesting. And she was also, you know, it just made the full picture a little clearer. But you have to get the full picture. So if you don't know about the past drama, I can't dive deep into the past drama because, quite frankly, it is too much. I mean, it was a lot of drama, and 6 months of Gabbie Hanna drama is like 5,000 years for other people, okay? So it was a lot, and I just can't get into it. But she addressed Jessie Smiles for most of the video, and then she addressed Trisha Paytas, Alex James, and yeah, she addressed Beyonce. So Gabbie basically said that the reason why she didn't want to address all of this is because she was going through a lot mentally, you know, she didn't want to handle it. I think that every YouTuber kind of has the same thing as to why they don't address certain issues and why they don't address certain situations. And she also said, which I thought was again, she has a very particular way of choosing her words. She said, addressing it would send hate to other people. And I'm like, why would addressing it send hate to other people unless you're going to drag them? So that's when I was gearing up for, which she didn't necessarily go in and just straight drag people. I definitely think that she came in being very mature in this video, but she also chose her words very wisely. So when you say that in the beginning of the video, you're thinking, okay, well, Gabbie then is a victim. And she kind of portrayed herself to be that way, and the most subtle way possible, which I think Gabbie Hanna knows how to do very well. I think that Gabbie Hanna is a manipulative person. From what I've seen from her, especially when she was talking to this one fan about the whole situation with Jessie Smiles, which I will get into, and she was just over-talking this fan, and she over-talks people. That's what she does. She sits on her laptop. This has been like known. She sits on her laptop and she types out her messages so that she can just over-talk you in a text conversation, which I think is very, very interesting and something that I have experienced with people and I know is a manipulative tactic. So, I don't know. Those are just some things that initially stood out to me. So the beginning, and again, the majority of the video was talking about Jessie Smiles. And she basically was saying that she didn't know why Jessie got so mad at her. Last year, at like the end of the year, I think in November, she dropped her video talking about Gabbie Hanna and how she's pretty much lying about a lot of things and exposing her pretty much. And I just saw, and that video has like 5.6 million views. That was a big video that Jessie posted, and since then she hasn't really posted anything at all. And Gabi also said that the reason why she's making this video, the catalyst really to all of this, was that Jessie included in her latest Q&A video a question about Gabi and how like someone asked her if like Gabi would ever apologize, and Jessie, I guess, said that she didn't think so or something to that effect. And then Gabi proved that Jessie had blocked her. My thing is that I think in her situation with Jessie Smiles, most of the friendship, they were both just toxic. It's clear that they were toxic for each other. Like, it's clear. From what they've both proven on each side, it's clear that they just should never be friends. So I don't know why they're dragging out something that's so clearly obvious. I'm not going to go on YouTube and just start dragging somebody that I was obviously toxic to too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing if that person just straight up did something horribly wrong to you, which I do think that Gabi did do something to Jessie, which I will get into. And I think that if you know about the situation, then you know what I'm going to talk about. However, as far as like the rest of the relationship, it's clear that they were just toxic. So why don't you just dead it there? I think that in that situation, they're both wrong for wanting to keep bringing it up. And then also, Gabi talked about how they were gonna make videos together and collab and talk about their friendship drama. And earlier in the video, she's like, well, I don't think that we should bring drama onto the internet. I'm like, well, which one is it? Is it personal drama, or do you want to bring it to the internet? I don't know. I think it's clear that they just wanted views. They thought that their drama was interesting enough, which obviously it is, and it is bringing them views. And so, I don't know. I just think that they're very toxic, and I just don't think that they should be friends anymore. It's clear. It's obvious, evident, clear. They both have done things to each other. They've both even said it. So I don't know why they keep dragging that part out. However, the Curtis Lepore thing, Gabi kept saying, and she proved a lot what she was saying, you know, I'm not going to deny, she proved a lot about people lying on her about, oh, she supported Curtis Lepore after finding out that he had raped Jessie Smiles, you know, and all of these things. And she proved, no, these tweets are older. Like, I didn't know about the situation when I tweeted this. She also said that she told Curtis multiple times, I'm never going to support you publicly. And that, again, is where I think Gabbie Hanna chooses her words very carefully. You told this man, I'm not going to support you publicly, right? But you didn't say, I don't support you. And then throughout the video, what I also noticed was that she never called him Jessie's rapist. She called him Jessie's ex. And that also stood out to me. Why? Well, because it kind of shows it's either maybe kind of a subconscious like slip, or it kind of shows that maybe she doesn't believe Jessie, or maybe she's trying to avoid a lawsuit. I don't know. I'm just kind of speaking out here. But I think that it was very interesting how like everybody else calls Curtis Lepore Jessie's rapist except for Gabi. But Gabi's talking about, you know, I respect Jessie so much, like I would never do things like that to her, which is great and grand. But then at the end of the day, like the word choice that you're using is very indicative, in my opinion, of her attitude towards the entire situation. Also, she didn't ever deny hanging out with his friends. And then at the end of the video, she's like, oh, and I don't remember ever saying his friends didn't rape you, which was a huge thing that a lot of people had a problem with her about. Like, she went extensively, and again, a lot of YouTubers do this. They talk extensively about things that we don't care about, right? But then they like quickly address something that a lot of people care about way more than what you just addressed. Like, she's talking about how they had a toxic friendship. Hello, everyone knew that. But then you address at the end of the video, and like not even a minute, about the comment that you told Jessie, his friends didn't rape you. What? You remember all of these other things. That's also something. She remembered a lot of other things in the video. She said, at one point, she said, I told Curtis verbatim, this is what I said to him verbatim. But you don't remember what you said to Jessie? You don't remember what you said to Jessie? Come on. Let's not play dumb. Let's not play dumb. If you're going to address everything and address it properly. And Gabbie Hanna, she is very, very calculated, and she knows exactly what she's going to say. And it's clear that this was a well thought out video to make herself look as good as possible. And I think that she did that. However, people can pick up on it. If people know about the situation, they're going to pick up on your word choice. They're going to pick up on what you decide to address. I think that in the situation, at the end of the day, Gabbie is still wrong because of the fact that she never denied hanging out with his friends. And quite frankly, in my opinion, associating yourself at all with people who even are associated with someone, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like something like that where we're talking about rape. It is a very, very heavy subject where you can't just hang around people who are hanging around someone who raped your ex-best friend. I'm sorry. That's just how I see it. Because first of all, in my opinion, birds of a feather flock together. If you see that people are hanging around a certain person, you kind of do have to question them. And the fact that you had no problem doing that is very indicative of how you feel about the situation between Jessie and Curtis Lepore. Honestly, I think that Gabbie chose her words carefully. She knew what she was doing. She knows what she feels, and she won't ever say it on the internet. You're never going to know exactly what Gabbie feels about Curtis Lepore. All she said was she's not going to acknowledge him or support him publicly. But that doesn't mean that she's not going to hang out with his friends or maybe hang out with him. Oh, he just happened to be there. I didn't know. Well, you were with his friends. Come on. As far as Jessie and the situation, I just think that she does have some toxic traits, I'm not gonna lie. Because, I mean, Gabbie showed that she didn't really know why Jessie made that video. And then she just made the video. And then Gabbie was kind of implying that she just did it for views and clicks and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, Jessie hasn't posted that much on her channel, so I'm not really sure. But then she also, like, the last video that she posted had something to do with Gabbie. So who knows? All I know is that at the end of the day, I feel like Jessie is still more right in the situation just because of the fact that Gabbie had anything to do with Curtis Lepore at any point in time. Even hanging out with his friends is messed up and wrong. That's just how I feel. Her word choice was just messed up and wrong. That's just how I personally feel. So I just think that they need to stay away from each other. They just should not be friends, and they should just dead it here. This situation just needs to be dead. They are too grown to be going back and forth about things that happened 5-6 years ago. Like, it's just becoming repetitive and ridiculous. And I think that after Jessie's video, Gabbie should have made a video as soon as possible, because now it feels just dragged out. People were looking for her response video a while ago, and now it's suddenly coming up, which I will get into the timing of this video because I think it's very interesting as well. But I don't know. I just felt a type of ways about all of it. I just feel like they just shouldn't be friends anymore. And then here is a statement that Jessie posted on Twitter about the entire situation. You can go ahead and pause this video to read it. I'm not going to read it, but you know, you can go ahead and pause it and just see what Jessie had to say about Gabbie's video. All right, now here's the part of the video where I absolutely 100% agreed with Gabbie in like most of pretty much everything. I definitely did agree with her in this situation when she talked about Alex James. So Alex James is another like Viner YouTuber or whatever, kind of in the same like friend group that they were in. However, it was almost a decade ago. They're grown, but yet they're like not grown. I don't know, whatever. But anyways, after Jessie Smiles made her huge video that like blew up and everyone was canceling Gabbie Hanna, then Alex made his video about Gabbie Hanna and was pretty much like, you know, she's not a good person. And she said in an interview that like, she basically insinuated that he was a bad person in an interview. If you want to see exactly what the situation was, you should just watch her video or watch his video or watch whatever video. But anyways, she then talks about why she called him a bad person. She said that they were like in Miami or somewhere like that, and they were at a hotel, and she believes in ghosts, and somehow she thought that her hotel room was haunted. She was freaking out, and basically like for years she thought that she was really being haunted, and she had asked Alex like multiple times, like, is this a joke? Is this a joke? She said that she was having crazy breakdowns and panic attacks and all of that craziness. And then years later, he finally fessed up to the fact that he was joking and that it was a prank. That's just another level of just gross to me. Like, why would you prank someone like that? Especially when you see that someone's having a mental breakdown over something that you're doing, that's when it needs to stop. That's when it's gone over the line. There are pranks that are funny. Even ghost pranks, I think, are funny. But once you see that someone's having a mental breakdown, that's when you need to stop. And then continuously lying to that person after they're just giving you multiple chances to tell the truth, that's disgusting. So I fully 100% agree with Gabbie, and honestly, I would not feel bad about calling him a bad person, because quite frankly, if you're going to lie to someone for multiple years about you doing something that gave them like major panic attacks and put them in a full meltdown, had them move hotel rooms and just have a horrible experience, clearly you're not a good person. I don't know what else to say. So I think that I just don't think that he's a good person after what I heard. And then to see the messages where he's like, you're being dramatic, and like, I thought that you knew. Of course you didn't know, because she kept asking you. And clearly this has really affected her. Regardless of if you think that she's being dramatic, she believes in ghosts, and therefore she was really freaked out and scared. That's like so inhumane of him to just act so callous and cold towards her. I just feel like that was just so disgusting. And what I really think is messed up is that Jessie, like after Jessie made her video, suddenly Alex wants to hop on the bandwagon and start talking about how he's a victim of Gabbie Hanna, when he's 100% not a victim whatsoever. He's not a victim of anything that she did. Nothing. He's not a victim of anything. She does not owe him an apology for calling him a bad person. I don't care. She doesn't. I mean, okay. Well, no, she doesn't. I'm not gonna, because when you do something like that to somebody, you don't really deserve to have any type of respect from them. You don't, like, you shouldn't expect them to call you a decent person or anything like that. Like, I'm sorry, that's just how I personally feel, but my thing is, like, you reap what you sow, and he sowed that, so he needs to reap the consequences, for sure. And then what I also found so hilarious is that he tweeted like multiple times, like different screen recordings of some type of quote unquote proof of whatever. At the end of the day, he's just, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's trying to accomplish by posting all of these tweets of him trying, oh, I didn't actually block your number or whatever. Just like trying to, again, as influencers and YouTubers do, they pick at the little tiny spots of your story, of what someone is accusing them of, instead of addressing the issue of the fact that you did this to your alleged friend and then basically did the story time with her for views, and then years later you finally fess up to the fact that you actually did basically ruin her mental health for a little bit. Like, that's so messed up. I honestly think that Gabi had two frenemies. I think that both Jessie and Alex were both frenemies of hers. I think that Alex had more disdain for her, because you have, like, to do that to somebody, you have to have some type of disdain for her. And I don't know why. With Jessie, I feel like they just went back and forth. But, like, I don't know. They just were not, those two relationships, I feel like, just were not genuine and not good. And then we have the Trisha Paytas situation. And in this situation, I do think that Gabi was definitely not wrong in what she did if she had the intentions that she said that she had. One thing about what Gabi is saying is that we don't really know how she said it. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much, if you don't know what happened, this one is kind of like a simpler situation. It doesn't have like super crazy layers to it. Basically, when Trisha and Jason Nash, I think that's his name, started to hook up, basically, Gabi found out, and she had heard from someone that Trisha had herpes, and so she told Jason that that's what she heard, and to protect himself and to have that conversation with Trisha. I don't think that Gabi is wrong in the situation if she had the intentions that she said that she had. If she's just looking out for a friend and being like, hey, listen, I heard this about this person, so you might need to get that checked out, that's fine. But then she also said, before she actually addressed the situation, she talked about how Trisha kept leaving her on red and she felt kind of jaded by Trisha, which is messed up. But then again, guys, let's not expect good things from Trisha Paytas. Let's not do that anymore. Let's not expect morality from Trisha Paytas. Just my opinion. Anyways, so, she basically was talking about how, like, Trisha was ignoring her, and if that's the case, and then she went up to Jason and was more so thinking, I'm gonna get this person back for rejecting my friendship and just being a jerk to me, then no, you're wrong. Period. Because that's just spreading a rumor for revenge. But I personally don't think that that's her intention, so I do think that she was correct in the situation, because at the end of the day, if I found out that my friend was sleeping with someone who had a disease, I would tell my friend, period. Like, I just would. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Even if I heard a rumor like that, I would just be like, listen, this is what I heard about this person. You might need to get this checked out. I don't think that that's spreading a rumor, because you're going straight to someone who is actually at risk. So I don't think that she was wrong in that situation. I remember when it first happened and I was kind of debating about it, but now thinking about it now and just kind of hearing what Gabi had to say about the situation more in depth and more at length, I definitely do agree with her, and I do think that she was not in the wrong in that situation. However, and this situation is very strange, because I think that both parties were kind of in the right in their thought process. Because I think that if I was Trisha, I'd be like, wait, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be like, wait, hold up. So you're saying that I have herpes when I don't? Like, that would be my instant reaction. Like, if I were Trisha and I did not have herpes, I'm like, so you just brought this up out of nowhere. And if I already knew I'm leaving this girl on red, she probably has a vendetta against me. And you wouldn't think that any of your friends would say this about you, because, again, Gabi said that she got this from someone. So unless Gabi's totally lying about that, I mean, she could just totally be lying about that, and that could just be one thing, which might be why Trisha is so mad. But let's just, for the sake of this video and for the sake of our sanity, let's just assume that Gabi is telling the truth, that she did hear this from someone who's close to Trisha. If I were Trisha, I would still be upset. Like, wait, look, you're saying that I have herpes and I don't. That would be my first instinct, and I'd just be upset. I'd be really, really upset. I'd be hurt. And so I think that it's just a lack of communication between the two. I think that if they actually acted their age and acted like adults, the communication would have been much better and this situation wouldn't even have made the internet. And then Trisha said this in response to an Alex James tweet that is now deleted. I don't know what else she said. I was too tired to look on the rest of Twitter, but she probably said more. Actually, no, I didn't see anything that she had tweeted like on her main. I don't know if she had any more replies like this one. That's basically what I'm saying. And I don't suggest to check her Twitter because it's kind of disgusting. So yeah, that's why I didn't want to go more into her Twitter to find anything else that she had to say about the situation, because I was actually grossed out by her Twitter, like absolutely grossed out. And then when Gabi addressed Beyonce, child, okay, here's all I have to say about this. There was a tweet where Gabi was like, if I were an animal, I'd be Beyonce. And then she was like, I was basically saying, like, you know, when someone's really good at something, you're like, they're an animal. And I'm like, no, I've never really said that, but okay, Gabi. And she's like, I didn't mean it to be offensive or racist. And, you know, here's my thing. I watch a lot of true crime. This is kind of a tangent, but I watch a lot of true crime. And I can kind of tell when someone is lying because their excuse is so ridiculously dumb. You know when you can tell that someone's lying because their story just doesn't make any type of sense, and there's a much easier, much better way to lie, and that's what they came up with. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. Like, every time I watch true crime videos and they're like, and she said that she wasn't there because she was in Canada or something crazy like that. And I'm like, you could have just easily made up a way better lie, and I could think of a way better lie. With this situation, I feel like Gabi could have easily just said, oh, I was taking it more as like spirit animal, and I didn't really mean it like animal, like an animal, but like a spirit animal, which would make much more sense. Like, everything would be dead if that's all she said, right? But first of all, she didn't use the word spirit, so people would clock her for that. But like, to say that someone's an animal, I don't know, sis. So yeah, and she was like, you know, I was saying that Beyonce is more than human. I'm like, actually, animals are like less than human. That's like the whole point of animal being, you know, an insult. Do I think that she was being racist in that tweet? I don't know. Because it's just weird. Like, her excuse for it was so dumb, and there was obviously a much better excuse for it that now I'm doubting that she wasn't being racist. But I'll just take her word for it because she seemed very sincere. But it's just like the actual excuse, the actual reasoning behind the tweet just made no sense, in my personal opinion. It could make sense in your opinion, but for me, I was just like, dude, come on. Anyways, to sum this up, I think that this video was Gabbie Hanna saying, look guys, I'm not that bad of a person, buy my album. Why are you addressing things that happened in 6 months ago? Why are you just addressing them now? Oh, because your EP comes out tomorrow. Gabi, which no one's gonna listen to because your music isn't good anyways. Nobody cares about you for music. And quite frankly, I'm just being honest, that video got like 500,000 views. Mind you, she has 6 million subscribers. It's a drama video. That video should have made numbers. Let's be honest here. Let's start really speaking facts. She has 6 million subscribers, and a drama video where she's addressing things that happened that were like huge drama for her, and it only got 500,000. It's not even at 1 million, not even close to 1 million right now. And she has 6 million subscribers. Are you kidding me? Yeah, no. Nope. No. That's how you know that people are seeing right through it. And what I also thought was interesting is the fact that Gabi came out with this video like the same week that Colleen came out with her video. Interesting, isn't it? Oh, suddenly she finally had the realization that she might need to sit down and make a video about this stuff. And you know, she's gonna claim that it's because of Jessie's video, but I fail to believe that. I feel like if Jessie hadn't made that video, she would have still made hers. I really do believe that. And I think that it was a convenient excuse that Jessie made her video. Because Gabi wants you to go buy her album. Gabi wants you to go buy her books. Gabi wants you to go buy her mediocre content that she makes. Gabi wants you to buy her poetry book that sucks. She wants her to buy her music that I just don't believe is good at all. Is very surface level, poetic. I don't know. She makes it seem like she's like a deep songwriter, and I don't think that she is. Which, I mean, is fine. Like, if you're not a deep songwriter, that's great. I mean, I listen to a lot of songs that aren't deep, but don't try to sell yourself to be deep when that's not who you are at all, whatsoever. But, I mean, as soon as I saw that she made this video, especially about things that had happened literally 6 months ago, at that point, I'm like, oh, okay, Gabi, you're trying to look for views because of what? Oh, you have an album coming out. She talked about how she had an EP coming out tomorrow at the end of the video, or I think it came out today or something like that. I don't care. Don't stream it, because I just feel like she doesn't deserve streams, because it's clear, like, you can see right through it. She's transparent. She said it at the end of the video too. Why? Oh, well, she said at the end of the video because she knew that people were going to click off at some point. She knew that only her fans, or like people who were really interested in this situation, would watch the full entire video. And so she put that at the end of the video to make it seem like, well, I'm just putting it at the end because, you know, I'm just mentioning like, oh, I'm not making this video because I have an EP out tomorrow, but I have an EP out tomorrow. Girl, bye. Like, we can see right through that. Come on. You can't play everybody. Gabbie Hanna thinks that she's smarter than everybody, and she's not. Nobody's smarter than everybody. You know, you're either genuine or you're not. But don't try to outsmart people and try to make it seem like you're genuine. And try to make it seem like people can't tell who's genuine and who's not. I don't think that Gabbie Hanna is a genuine person after the fact that, after the timing of this video. It's just exhausting. Overall, here's my thoughts about Gabbie Hanna. She does not know how to make friends. At all. Like, her friendships have been horrible. She even talked about it. She's like, I have no one to collab with. Why? Because your friendships are horrible. And, I mean, like I said earlier in the video, birds of a feather flock together. If you're toxic, you're probably going to attract toxic people, and you guys are going to have a toxic relationship, and then it's going to blow up in flames, and then you're going to feel like you're a victim and that no one likes you. That's exactly what Gabbie Hanna is giving off. That's exactly what she gave off the entire video. I'm reaching out to this person, but they blocked me, and da-da-da-da-da, but Gabi, it's cute to say, but your actions are so different from what you just say. You know what I'm saying? Like, her actions are so different than what she portrays in this video 6 months later. I also thought what was interesting is that she addressed things 6 months ago so that people wouldn't remember everything. So we have to kind of take her word for it. Why? Because we don't remember what happened, because it was 6 months ago. How can we remember? It was so long ago. It's like, dude, what even happened in this situation? We just kind of have to take her word for this, the timeline, the storyline, all of that nonsense. If she had made the video as soon as all of this came out, it would have been much easier to clock her. But no one wants to go back and watch the 20 million drama videos that were made about the situation. No one wants to go back and try to find the tea again and try to, re-find all these receipts. It's exhausting. I don't know if Gabi should have made this video. Or at least if she had made this video, I feel like she should have made it, like, at most a month, 2 months after this entire situation. But 6 months? Clearly, you don't want people to remember what happened so that your narrative is the only narrative in their mind. That's really what it boils down to. That is what it boils down to. So, she came off very mature in this video, and I do think that Alex did her dirty and wrong, and he was dead wrong for what he did to her. I don't think that she was wrong in the Trisha Paytas situation, but I do think that the timing of this video just tainted the whole message of the video. It tainted how she was trying to portray herself. So quite frankly, I still really don't like Gabbie Hanna. I don't think that she's very genuine, and I don't think that her intentions are the best. Anyways, guys, that is it for this video. I'm so sorry that it was kind of really long, but yeah, that's it for this video. Please enjoy this obligatory Tom Holland picture as I close out. But yeah, that's just my thoughts about the entire Gabbie Hanna situation from 6 months ago. I just hope that everyone just moves on. Like, I really do hope that. I don't think that Alex will, just because he's been tweeting a lot about it, and I feel like I don't know. I don't think that he's a good person, quite frankly. So I don't think that he's going to be over it anytime soon. And Trisha Paytas, I don't know. I think Jessie Smiles is over the situation in general. But yeah. Look, you guys might think that she's very mature from this video, which is fine. I just don't believe that her intentions are correct. Therefore, I can't really say that she's super mature, because mature people would just have clear intentions, and it wouldn't be so, I don't know. I just feel like the whole video is tainted because of the timing and everything like that. Anyways, please go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Go ahead and comment down below what you think of this entire situation. What do you think about each situation with each different person? Also, talk about anything that I left out in this video. I left out some things in this video, I know that, but it's already long enough. So if you want to go ahead and talk about anything else that she talked about in her video, go ahead and comment that down below. And please do subscribe to my channel. I post a lot of content like this, a lot of commentary, and please turn on your post notifications so that you know when I post, because I post pretty sporadically. So yeah, thank you so much for being here and for getting to the end of this long video. I do appreciate it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.